The night of November 15th was a very disappointing one for many UFC fans. The reason so is the performance of JDM. Jack Della Maddalena was supposed to be the future of the welterweight division. He had knockouts, clean boxing, and massive hype. But after November, a lot of fans are giving up on him. So what the hell actually happened? A lot of this hype that he gained came from his fight in May 2025 against Belal Muhammad. In May 2025, a JDM who hadn't fought in over a year replaced Shavkat Rakhmonov to fight Belal Muhammad for the UFC welterweight championship. Now Jack did have some hype around him at this time, and many people were still excited to see what he could do with his striking, but he still kind of needed one more fight to see if he was actually the real deal, and that's exactly what he got when they booked him with Leon Edwards in March. But then Shavkat got injured, which gave us Belal vs JDM for the belt in Canada. JDM's last fight before this was a fight with Gilbert Burns in Miami. Jack knocked out a tough veteran Gilbert Burns in the last round. He landed this beautiful knee, but in this fight he did break his arm, which is the reason he hadn't fought in over a year. Other than a lot of Australian casuals, not a lot of people expected JDM to leave Canadian soil with the UFC belt. It kind of felt like they just threw in the skilled but very young, unexperienced fighter to see what could happen. But maybe the Australian fans were right, because JDM freaking won. JDM went out to Canada and had a beautiful performance, one of the greatest of all time. He was busting up Belal on the feet like we knew he could, but he was also stuffing Belal's takedowns like it was nothing. Belal's amazing wrestling was doing nothing for him in this fight, and JDM had everything on locks. The only way Belal could have won this fight is if he held him on the ground with takedowns like he did against Leon, and JDM was not going to let that happen. JDM beat Belal up for all 5 rounds and got the unanimous decision win. It was such a good performance that he actually made Belal have an entertaining fight for the first time ever. Sorry, Belal. Once this fight was over, there was only one person for JDM to fight next, and it was official, and that was the lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. So Islam vacated his 155 belt and went up to 170 to go for double champ status. They booked this fight for one of the biggest cards of the year, New York, November MSG card. The hype for this fight was crazy, and JDM and Islam even had a little beef going, surprisingly. After the press conference, Islam and JDM had a stare down, and once I saw this, I was going crazy. I was so excited. Now, I thought Islam was going to win, but all these people were telling me how great JDM is and how he actually can beat Islam. And I was kind of starting to believe it for a little. The hype for JDM was peaking at this moment before this fight. JDM was training for Islam's wrestling with Craig Jones, one of the greatest and most popular grapplers on the internet. Even just walking out to the fight and during the introduction, JDM looked angry, like he really wanted to beat up Islam. And after the first round, that face was wiped off real quick. Listen, this fight was very interesting. Islam got easy takedowns in every single round and just smothered JDM on the ground. There was nothing he could do. JDM could not get up. He looked like he was just in pain the whole entire time. He looked super demotivated and literally just depressed. This was a very strange attitude for a tough guy like JDM to have in a fight. And I mean, the only highlights for this fight for JDM was a lot of great submission defense. Islam went for a ton of submissions and JDM defended them all. But obviously this fight went to decision. It was a 50-45, a unanimous one for Islam Makhachev. Islam physically and mentally broke JDM that night. That fight broke JDM's 18-fight winning streak that he had since 2016. Now obviously the JDM hype train is not over, and he will still go on to do great, amazing things. But that night I was very disappointed in the crappy performance by him. I really thought we were going to get something different out of him. Now at the time of this recording in February 2026, he's rumored to fight a good contender like Prates, Ian Gary, or Michael Morales. He'll probably fight anywhere from April to July 2026. Anyway, what do you guys think about JDM? Where will he go from here? And are you disappointed with his performance also? Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.